Welcome to Shadowing Day 1, the first step in your journey to start speaking English confidently. In this video series, we will practice a method called shadowing, which means listening to natural English and repeating it right after. It's one of the most powerful ways to improve your speaking skills. You don't need to memorize grammar rules or worry about long vocabulary lists. Just listen, repeat, and feel the rhythm of real English. Today is only the beginning, but after 15 days of practice, you'll be surprised at how much progress you make. Each of these 15 videos will include a simple and interesting story told in natural English. These stories are designed to help you hear real sentence structure, common words, and correct pronunciation. All you need to do is listen carefully, pause if you need to, and repeat what you hear. This is not just practice, and it's training your mouth, your ears, and your brain to work together. Once you complete these 15 days, you'll be ready to move to the intermediate level, where we'll continue learning through deeper and more engaging stories. Let's begin this exciting journey. Repeat after me and let English become your voice. Ethan was 28 years old when he decided to leave his small hometown and move to the city. He had lived most of his life in a quiet rural town where people knew each other and life moved slowly. In his town, mornings started with the sound of birds and evenings ended with neighbors sitting outside talking on their porches. Ethan had always felt safe there, but something inside him wanted more. He had finished his education in a nearby community college, but finding a good job there was difficult. Most people worked in grocery stores, small offices, or on local farms. Ethan helped his father in their family hardware shop, but he always dreamed of working in a real office building, wearing clean clothes, sitting at a desk, and using a computer. That image stayed in his mind for years. One evening, after closing the shop with his dad, Ethan sat on the front steps of their house thinking. He looked at the stars above and felt a quiet pull in his heart. It was time to try something new. The next morning, he told his parents about his decision. They were surprised, but supportive. They gave him their blessings, a little money to get started, and helped him pack a few things for the road. The city, Chicago, was loud and fast. Everything moved quickly, the traffic, the people, the time. Ethan stayed with his cousin Josh for the first few weeks. He helped around the apartment, searched for job openings during the day, and applied to every place he could find. At night, he watched YouTube tutorials to learn office skills. He didn't have a laptop, but he used Josh's when possible and took notes in a small notebook. The first few weeks were tough. Ethan was turned away from many places. Some companies didn't respond. Others said they needed people with experience. A few offered very low pay and long hours. Still, Ethan didn't give up. Every time he was told no, he took a deep breath and told himself it was part of the journey. He believed that one day he would hear a yes. One afternoon, while walking near downtown, he saw a small sign outside a medical office. They were looking for a part-time assistant in their records department. The job required basic computer skills and someone who was organized. Ethan walked in, filled out the application, and introduced himself politely. 2 days later, he got a call. They offered him the job. His tasks were simple. He sorted files, answered phones, entered data into the system, and kept things organized. At first, Ethan felt nervous. He had never worked in a professional environment before. The people around him were busy, confident, and quick. But slowly he started to understand how things worked. He listened carefully, followed instructions, and always showed a positive attitude. People in the office began to notice him. He wasn't loud or talkative, but he was dependable. His manager liked his work and asked if he wanted to learn more about handling schedules and basic medical billing. Ethan stayed late a few evenings each week to learn. He watched tutorials, read manuals, and practiced. Within a few months, he was trusted with more tasks. The city started to feel more familiar. Ethan made a few friends at work. They had lunch together and sometimes grabbed coffee after their shifts. He still missed his family and his small town, but he also knew he was growing. He sent money back to his parents every month and called them every weekend. His mom always said she was proud of him, and his dad often told friends about Ethan's new life. After a year, Ethan was offered a full-time position. He now had his own desk and was in charge of keeping patient records up to date. He also helped train new assistants. One day, a new guy named Tyler joined the office. He was fresh out of school, unsure of himself, and quiet. Ethan saw something of himself in Tyler and made sure to help him feel welcome. Ethan moved into a small studio apartment closer to the office. It wasn't fancy, but it was his own space. He bought a used desk, a second-hand bookshelf, and even started a small journal where he wrote goals and reflections. On weekends, he cleaned the apartment, cooked simple meals, and watched shows or read books about personal development. Years passed, and Ethan continued to grow. He completed online certifications, attended weekend workshops, and learned to manage small projects. He also became more confident in speaking with clients and coworkers. He still remembered the early days when even using the office phone made him nervous. Now, he was often the one others came to for help. Despite the success, Ethan remained humble. He believed in hard work and learning through action. He shared his story with younger people from his hometown whenever he visited. Some reached out to him online, asking how they could build a better future. Ethan always gave the same advice: start small, stay consistent, and never be afraid to learn. One Friday evening, after work, Ethan walked home under a sky filled with soft golden light. The city was busy, but he felt calm. He thought about the first time he had arrived in Chicago with no job, no experience, and only a quiet dream. Now, he had stability, growth, and a life he had built with his own hands. Ethan's journey was not a story of instant success. It was a story of small steps, daily effort, and quiet strength. He hadn't done anything extraordinary. He had just stayed steady, learned from mistakes, and kept going. And in the end, that made all the difference. When people asked him how he turned his life around, Ethan would smile and say, I listened, I practiced, and I never stopped moving forward. Thank you so much for listening to this story with me today. If you followed along and repeated after me, you've already done something powerful. Shadowing is not just about copying words. It's about training your ears to hear clearly, your mouth to speak smoothly, and your mind to think in English without fear. Many people feel nervous when they start speaking English, but this kind of practice helps you become more natural every day. You may not feel the change right away, but trust me, the more you practice, the stronger your skills will become. Today was just day one of our 15-day shadowing journey. Every day, I will bring you a new story with simple English, real life ideas, and useful vocabulary. These stories are not just for practice, they are also for enjoyment. When we enjoy the process, we learn better and faster. If you missed some words today, don't worry. You can always pause, repeat, or listen again tomorrow. That's the beauty of shadowing. There's no pressure. You are in control of your own learning. I know how hard it can be to start learning a new language. There are days when you feel confused, tired, or even frustrated. But I want you to remember this: even listening for 5 minutes a day is progress. Every sentence you repeat is helping you build fluency. You are not alone on this journey. I'm here with you, and there are thousands of other learners doing this too. We are building a habit, a strong one, that will help you speak with confidence in the future. So don't stop here. Come back tomorrow for day two. A new story, a new lesson, and more English practice are waiting for you. If this video helped you, please like it, leave a comment, and don't forget to subscribe so you never miss a day. You've started something great today. Keep going, and step by step, you will become the English speaker you've always wanted to be.